All right, welcome, folks. How are you? I'm Jamie Oikel from runningrestaurants.com. Joining me right there is Roger Bogren from restaurantrockstars.com. Say hi, Roger.
Hey, everyone. How are you today?
All right, man. So Roger's with me, and we are doing impromptu. It is April 6th, and the reason for our impromptu call is to talk about our Optimism and Opportunity Restaurant Conference that is next week, a week from today on Tuesday, April 13th. So Roger, April 6th, 2021. Where are you guys at? What's going on? What's shaking?
Well, the big deal is there's so much opportunity out there now, not only in terms of all the government money that's been released, but all the restaurants, unfortunately, that have closed, all the spaces that are out there for lease. There's a lot of opportunity, whether you're an existing operator looking to expand your business and take on additional space and maybe start a new concept, or if you're a brand new operator. This show is all about all the fundamentals and the things that you need to know to not only start a business or to, if you're an existing operator, to run one more successfully and more profitably. Now that the COVID dust is starting to clear and there's so much optimism on the horizon in the near future, things are ramping up, restaurants are reopening, capacity limitations have been eased. It's like things are much, much, much different than they were 6 months ago, 3 months ago. It's like we're coming out of this thing and there's just so much opportunity. So that's the whole point of the show, really.
Yeah, it is. And I think hopefully folks are feeling the same way, right? We call it the light at the end of the tunnel. There's this just a new feeling of hope that we didn't see before. And of course, part of it is coming from some of the funding. And I know it's been everywhere in all the magazines and websites, and even in my local Sunday paper talking about, the funding as the hope for restaurants, 28.6 billion being kind of injected specifically for restaurants for recovery. And this article talks about an operator who a year ago was losing $100,000 a week, or was it a month? I mean, it was crazy, crazy the losses that folks were undertaking a year ago. And we've learned a lot in between. Last May, we did a big show called the Restaurant Resurgence and Recovery Show. And we brought on a whole bunch of speakers and we got into what the situation was with the idea of helping. And now we are 11 months later, still with a lot of questions, but with a lot more direction. And folks have learned a lot. So Roger, let me go out to the show website and show people.
Yeah, there's so much content, leading speakers and such powerful content.
So does this work for you? You seeing the screen share?
I sure do.
Okay, good. So Optimism and Opportunity Restaurant Conference, one-day virtual show next Tuesday, April 13th. 2021, and we are going to be rolling from 11 to 4. So this is the like you're going to a show for the day. Set aside 5 hours, spend it with us, sit down. I promise it'll be worthwhile, and so forth. So Roger, who's with us, will be speaking. He'll give us a keynote overview of what's going on in his restaurant and his business for his clients all over the country. We're still working on the sequence, but we're going to get into Matt. At some point, we'll have Matt Patrick that's going to talk about all the PPP type funding and stuff that's available for your restaurant. Dale is the lease coach, has great insights on opportunities you can take and renegotiating your existing space as well as new space opportunities. Joe Hanna from Restaurant 365 will get into operations and menu engineering, that sort of material. Darren Dennington is from Service with Style, is going to dial you in on customer service. Then we'll also have Matt Platt, which will focus on marketing. His business is Restaurant Marketing That Works. He's going to be great talking about that. And then a big trend, not now especially, but before was coming, was ghost kitchens and virtual brands. And that's where Kirk Mariello will kick us into all that stuff you may want to know about. So those are our speakers. I'll just be moderating some of the conversations. We have just a whole bunch of stuff about the background of the show. This is a little bit more insight on the sessions themselves. Registration is free, as you saw towards the top there, for the first 1,000 folks. So don't miss that, because then you got to pay. So I want you to get in. So make sure you get in this week right away and get in there. This is really what I'm excited about. Our format is called the best 25 minutes. So when we bring Roger on and Matt and other Matt and Darren, they are going to give you 25 minutes of their best stuff that they think is important for you to know right now. So we're going to be in and out with great content, no fluff. Give a few minutes for Q&A, boom, next speaker. It's going to be awesome. So really looking forward to that. Obviously with a virtual show, no travel, no car, no hotels, all that stuff that you do have to do when you go to these big shows. This is going to have a big show feel without the travel. Great picture of Roger and myself. Look at that. Anyway, last year we did it. That's our show from last year. But this is where I want to get to. I really, really want to thank our sponsors for the show. We could not do this without them. Our diamond level sponsor is Performance Food Service. We super appreciate their support. In the platinum level, we have Furuyuchu Foods. We really appreciate their support as our platinum level sponsor. And then as gold level sponsors, we have Beaver Street Fisheries, Butterball Food Service, Handguards, Food Handler, and Haritos. So these guys have been awesome to support us. Roger, that's kind of the overview. Tell me what you're excited about.
You know, I'm just so happy that we're part of this thriving, passionate industry where people are so resourceful and they dig so deep. And no matter how big the challenge ahead, they somehow overcome. And that's just commitment and perseverance. And that has been the story of this whole pandemic. And all the restaurants that have hung on, that have done everything they could to keep their business alive and afloat. And the creativity that has gone into so much pivoting that we've seen, where business models have completely shifted in 360-degree direction, all for the better, all for the future to be stronger coming out the other side. So I'm super excited about this. I'm super excited to share all this information and just to be a part of this industry that means so much to so many people and to this economy in general. So, you know, just a great bunch of people that just super hardworking, super committed, and we're excited to present this stuff. And the speakers, you know, the quality of the speakers and the information and the decades of experience that they have to share with operators is just unequaled. So super exciting stuff, James, and putting this show together is such a great, such a great service to the industry.
Yeah, and we're really going to hit all these key areas. I mean, everything you could really imagine. We're going to be hitting the service, the marketing, the people piece, operations, the ghost stuff. So we're going to get into all the stuff you would want to know today, and with the focus of where we are and where we've learned. If I asked people how comfortable they were with third-party ordering 12 months ago, or they'd be like, not so much. But now we've learned so much and pivoted so much, and so we want to take those learnings and move them into the future. We talk, we can talk about profit margins, where they were, where they should be, where they're going to be in the future, and we now know that the restaurant industry can't sustain even a slight hiccup, right? You weren't prepared for that. So how can you be prepared if there's another hiccup in the future where you have to shut down for 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, and so forth? How can you survive through those things? And so folks have learned a lot. And so we do want to give them that next level of guidance towards it. Again, there's a list of our speakers, of course. And then here you go. So register for free. If I guess it's probably up there on the website, but it's virtualrestaurantshow.com, easy to get to. Virtualrestaurantshow.com. You go there, hit register now. It'll take you to a basic Zoom interface, plug in your info, boom, you're in. So go ahead and do that. Registration, again, is free for the first 1,000 folks, so do not miss out on that. Look forward to having folks with us next Tuesday. Any last parting thoughts, Raj?
Yeah, the recording is available. So even if you can't make the time, right, you won't miss it.
Yeah. So yeah, get in there, get dialed into us. We're looking forward to having for you. This is Jamie Oikel from runningrestaurants.com, along with Roger Bobin from Restaurant Rockstars. We hope you join us. We'll see you soon.
Hope to see you in the show.